Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna be a little going over how I'm creating my art portfolio, which, if you're an artist, is an important part of being an artist. So that way, if you want to get hired or, work in the art field, you do need a nice simple way to be able to show people your art. So basically I'm going to be kind of going over how I planned this on like pen and paper, and then kind of going into the little details to give it, to bring it to life per se. So first of all, in this tiny notebook that I've had since like 2022, was it 2022 or 2023? I believe 2022. I used it for like 2 of my classes because it was like a 2-subject notebook and I just didn't realize how small it was. But in this tiny little notebook, I'm kind of going through like how many pictures I want in it of my work, how many artworks per se, I guess. The subjects, the types of art that I want to have in it, and kind of doing like a page layout per se of each page, what each page is going to encompass, where each subject matter is going to be, so that way I can create a nice table of content afterwards, because of course that is very important. It does need to be accessible. So the different subjects or like types of artworks that I'm going to be featuring in it is printmaking at the forefront, painting, drawing, and I'm also going to be adding in some of my photography work and 3D sculpture. Now the thing with 3D sculpture is that I'm not taking it until next semester starts, so you're not gonna see those pictures unless I obviously post them on Instagram, which you should follow, by the way, at Making It Photography. But those are not going to be in this video because I obviously don't have them, because they obviously don't exist. Now, I've created sculptures before. I had a ceramics course in the past. I have some of my ceramic stuff laying about my room, and I also, my final for my art class last semester was to make realistic looking food. So I obviously did that, and it's been posted on Instagram like a while back. Oh my god. But yeah, I also put in the amount of page numbers that I'm gonna have, which is 12, and that is because I had a graphic design course in 2022. Yeah. Okay, it's coming together. I'm seeing it. Actually, no. It honestly might have been 2023. Oh my god, I'm so bad with years. But anyways, I had a graphic design course like a year or 2 ago, and basically now I know everything about graphic design. I'm just kidding. But not our final, but like one of our last projects, I think it was our second to last project, was to create a magazine, and it was like a 12-page layout, and I think this layout works really nicely because I only have 10 art pieces that I want to put in here, and obviously a table of contents and my artist bio. So yeah, that's kind of all for the planning period, I guess. So I'm just gonna let the rest of this part play on with some music in the background, and I hope you guys enjoy. also low-key editing this as I voiceover. I don't have a script for this video. I don't have a plan for this video. All I got is Adobe InDesign and a dream. Honestly. Right before I started this voiceover, I edited out how I had originally designed these pages because TBH, they look atrocious. So we're gonna actually do this in a much better, much smarter way, which is I'm gonna be using some photos of mine as the background for the pages, and just kind of dimming down the opacity to like a quarter of it. I guess that's also like a loophole to having more of my art featured in here, but it's not like the main focus. You don't really need to focus on it. It's just like a nice little touch, and it is also an easier background to do if you've never done an art portfolio like this. It is much easier to kind of just have your artwork be the background and kind of just dim the opacity down. But yeah, also layers. Make sure you have layers and make sure you name them. Okay, don't just leave them as layer whatever number. Name your layers. So as you can see from the screen recording, I have 3 layers. I have the background layer, the text layer, and an images layer. And the thing with InDesign is that it's really finicky, especially if you have something over the whole page as a background. If you try to do something, the background will just move. So I like to lock my backgrounds, and you're gonna see me do that a lot. I believe the shortcut for it on Mac is Control and L to be able to lock it, and that way you can just do anything you want on the page, and the background won't move or anything. Very slay, very fun. You go to the text tool or to the type tool, which is the letter T, and you kind of drag out the box wherever you want. Then you go to the icon that has like a rectangle with an X in the middle. That's for your images. So you just drag that to whatever size and put it wherever you want on the page for your images. Also, here's a glimpse of my old one. As you can see, it looks terrible, and I'm literally just deleting all of it because I hate it so much. I really cooked with the other one, let's just say. Now, the thing I also want to add that I don't think you really get to see, you get to see glimpses and pieces of me using it, but I should add it here at the beginning, is that I am working with parent pages. So what that means is that when you're designing a parent page, that's how all of those pages are going to look with that set parent page. So as you're going to see moving forward, pages 2, 3, 5, 6, I think, and then another page set that I can't remember, are going to have A parent pages, which is the one you see me working on now. And they all have this layout, they all have this design on them, they all have this background, right? And then the opposite pages have a parent's B page design. The parent pages are more of like a time saver per se, so that you don't have to go in and individually like design each page. You can also just not do what I did, which is have it on, like, if you're gonna do multiple parent pages, you could just have it where it's like on opposite pages, not opposite page sets. So like, for example, like page 2 has an A parent page, and then page 3 has a B parent page. You can really like mix and match with all of that. I just like having both page sets to have the same like layout and design and everything. Now, the thing with the parent pages is that it is pretty much locked until you unlock it, and I believe the shortcut for that is Command Shift, like just Command Shift, and then you drag your mouse where you want to unlock the page. So I personally always like do the full page, and then I click on the background to lock that element, so that way it doesn't like move around whenever I'm trying to do something. But yeah, those are kind of the basics of InDesign. Once you kind of understand it and once you work with the program more, you'll be able to understand what it is exactly that I'm yapping about. Quickly, I want to say thank you to today's sponsor. I'm kidding. But I quickly want to say that for the typography that I am using, or typography, or whatever you want to call it, I am using a website called dafont.com. So basically, people post fonts that they create on here for free for people to use. So yeah, I kind of just went through each section and kind of just saw what font fit my vibe. You really could use any font on here. You just download it, and then it'll come up as a zip file, and then you just click on the zip file and click install on your laptop. Pretty easy process to have fun fonts for you to use to fit any occasion, I guess. But yeah, as you saw, I was kind of going through that whole process of downloading the font, opening the zip file so that I can install it into my laptop, and now we have it on Adobe and, anywhere that you use fonts, I guess. And the one I chose is called Milky Vintage for the headings and all that stuff, and then the one that I'm using for like more like body text is Montserrat in the regular style. No, not regular, medium. Regular's very thin, actually. I believe my headings are like 72 PT, and then as you're gonna see, I have captions for my stuff, obviously, and that's 12-point font. That's kind of like, the average. And then for like body text and whatnot, I used 17-point font. Make it bigger, make it more slay. But now you guys get to watch me create my table of contents and die in the process, I guess. I don't like creating table of contents, but it is necessary so people know what the hell I'm yapping about. pages, adding in the headings of, where the headings that I had planned, as you saw earlier in the video, and putting them in, adding different colors for each heading, and adding in the photos that I want to use for each area per se, the artworks I want to showcase, and adding in some briefs about the art subject that I've learned, adding in what they are, their titles as captions. the top of the screen, okay? So, on a Mac, because I've never worked with Adobe on a PC, on a Mac, it is going to have on top type when you're in the InDesign program. You're going to click there, it's going to have a drop down menu, and within that drop down menu, in the second to last part of it, it's going to have a section called Insert Special Characters. And within that, it's going to give you another drop down menu. And one of those options, the second one, is going to be markers. So when you click on markers, it's going to give you yet another drop down menu. And you're going to click the first option on that, which is current page number. Now, because I'm doing this on the parent pages, it's going to say A and A. But when you go to the other pages, it's going to have those exact page numbers. Like it's going to say 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Right? And after you do all of that, you can, reformat it. You can use the font that you want to use. I'm using the Moki Vintage font that I've been using. You can change the point of the font, right? Like the size of it to make it bigger so that it's more noticeable. But yeah, again, very important tool. literally in the home stretch. The last clip you guys saw was me decorating the cover page, you know, putting the title, putting in like a subtitle, I guess, and my name on it, obviously. And then now I'm doing the back cover, which again is just basically the same method. Getting a photo I've taken, lowering the opacity to like a quarter of it, and I put in my contact information, which you guys are not gonna see because I'm not gonna show my contact information like that, and other places that they could find me, find my work. So like my art Instagram, which if you haven't followed already, oh my god, at Making It Photography, what are you doing? And my 2 old Flickr pages, which have more of my photos and stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing me create my art portfolio. I hope it kind of helped some of you guys who like, some artists out there who are like not panicking, I don't want to say panicking, but like feel overwhelmed because you love so much of your work, or like, you know, you don't know exactly what work to put in your portfolio, or you know, some of like the basics of InDesign to be able to create your portfolio. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Toodles.